today I'll be talking about how to integrate Leap on on any DApp. So, and the process is quite simple. So, uh, yeah, so this is our documentation, and uh, so the way it works is like if you have the Leap extension installed on a browser, on the window object, you get a Leap provider. So window.Le, and you can access multiple like functions on this Leap method to get access to users' accounts, send transaction signing requests, get signatures. You can also like add a chain onto Leap. So uh, yeah, so it's a very simple process. I'll just walk you through like a simple app that I've built here. So yeah, what you can see here is a simple app that sends like tokens from one address to the other, and this is built using React. So on here you can see like this app. So the the first thing that we do here is to find like basically we get the user account uh, using the Leap method. So as you can see, this the window object. There is the Leap object here, and using the get key function, you and in the get key function, it accepts like a chain ID. So over here, we're passing Juno1 to get the Juno like account information from the wallet. So, and this function I'm calling on whenever the application mounts. So whenever I sort of reload this page, so right now I'm already connected. So uh, like if I lock my wallet, I can show it to you. So yeah, so so my wallet is locked right now. So yeah, whenever this get key will be called, it will prompt me to unlock the wallet. So yeah, so on so I reloaded the page and it called the get key method and it prompted the extension to be unlocked so that it can provide the keys to the DApp. So I'll just enter my password here. Okay. Yeah. So as you can see the address, so it fetched the current address or whatever address is on my wallet right now over here. Just show the full address. Yeah. So yeah, so that's what the get key method does. Now, what happens if, like, for example, if the user is in the wallet and they have like multiple wallets, and if they switch from wallet one to wallet two, so uh, how does the DApp know about this, right? So right now you can see that this automatically updated like the account to whatever the current account is. So to do that, we have a event that we trigger on the DApp whenever uh, the account is changed on the wallet, the P store change, and yeah, the DApp can just listen to this event and call the function to get to fetch the keys again, right? So whenever you call this function, like whenever this event is triggered, just call this function and update the keys to be in sync with the uh, wallet. So that's how you fetch the address. This will also give you the public key and all the like whether the wallet, what is the type of the wallet that's connected. So if it's a hardware wallet, this key object will have all that information. Um, yeah. So once you have the key, you can fetch the user balances and yeah, and their whatever information related to the account. You can do that on your side. Um, yeah. So the next step, I'll show how to sign transactions. So here I'm using Cosm.js, which is like commonly used. Uh, uh, but there are ways to like sign transactions even without Cosm.js. I won't be able to demo them uh, right now because it's a bit like complicated to like generate those transactions for me. So I'll just go over the documentation for those. But over here, I'll just use the Stargate client from Cosmos to demo how to like send funds from one account to a different account. Uh, so basically, like if you're using Cosmos.js, yeah, it gives you a Stargate client which allows you to like connect with a wallet as offline signer, and the Leap or like Leap has a method called get offline signer auto. Uh, there are actually three methods, but we prefer to, like we suggest you to use this method because uh, with offline signer auto, you don't have to like worry about whether the connected wallet is of like is a hardware wallet or like a normal wallet, because if it's a hardware wallet, then the transactions have to be sent in the different format. So all of that, because Cosmos handles it internally, we sort of return the type of signer that is like that corresponds to the type of wallet that is connected. So if it's a ledger, it will send a Mino signer, which is what the ledger's hardware wallets support. If it's a normal wallet, direct signer, it will return a direct signer. So that it can sign messages using with the direct sign type. So yeah, so this will return the offline signer. You just pass this offline signer to the Stargate client. You have the Stargate client, and then you can just call like I'm doing send tokens here, this method. You can also fetch the accounts using the offline signer. You just pass the address, the sender address, the receiver address, um, the amount that you want to send, and yeah, the fees and all. And so I'll just show how it will work. So you have, let's say I want to send funds from this wallet to this one. Just copy this address, paste it here. I'll just add a small amount. Yeah. And when I hit submit, so yeah, it will basically prompt the extension. It will open the transaction signing page, and here you can see like what is the message that we are signing. This is like a normal send transaction from this address to this address. This is the amount. This is the type of transaction and all. This is the sort of the message that you're signing. It's not the entire transaction. So if you want to see the detailed transaction message, you can see it in the data tab as to what is the public key. This is the sign mode direct because I'm not using a ledger. Some data related to the account, what is the fees, gas limit, and all. So yeah, so this is the entire transaction that you're signing. And yeah, you can also change the fees. Like so these are the fees that, so currently we by default select low fees, but you can set it to medium or high fees. You can even change the fee token. So right now we have options to pay fees in Juno, Atom. Um, yeah, and you can also change the gas limit here. So yeah, so once you do this, you have your you reviewed the transaction, and the user can either reject or approve the transaction. And based on whatever the action they take, the wallet will respond accordingly. So yeah, so what happens if like the user rejects the transaction? So yeah, so as you can see, the transaction was declined, and we throw an error message that you can handle and show it to the user that the transaction was declined, and handle that. So basically, this uh, the function itself will throw an error, and you can handle it. And if they accept the transaction, yeah, it will go through, and uh, you will get the signed transaction back, and yeah, then you can just broadcast it to the node. And uh, yeah, so this is basically like a simple DApp that I've built here. which is fetching the address the from the wallet and signing like a simple transaction using Bosom.js. So so this is like a very basic app that I've built here, but yeah, you can use the same workflow sort of to build yeah a complex app as well. So basically, if you're using Cosm.js, it provides a Cosm Wasm signing client as well, so you can sign uh, yeah Cosm Wasm transactions with it. Uh, and yeah, you can extend Cosm Wasm to like add your own Cosm.js to add your own transaction types and use it. But if you're not using Cosm.js, in that case, uh, we also have uh, like so we also have signed amino method, a signed amino method, and signed direct method. So using this, you can just create your own signed doc and send it to the app, send it to the extension, and yeah, it will open up the same page, and the user can sign it, and yeah, you can uh, broadcast those transactions. Uh, so yeah, so this is basically fetching accounts and signing transactions. Next is we have a few other methods as well that generally are used by the app. So one is sign arbitrary. So unlike sign direct and sign amino transactions, which are generally meant for on-chain transactions, like these transactions go on-chain, sign arbitrary is a function where you can sign uh, any string. So for example, here we are signing just a message hello. So you can just sign this using the user's private key, and uh, yeah, you can use it for off-chain purposes. So yeah, if you're building authentication, uh, uh, like you're building an authentication layer using the wallet, you can use this method to sort of uniquely identify a user uh, based on their wallet. Uh, there's also a method where you can delegate transaction broadcasting to the wallet to lead itself. So you just provide the chain ID, the transaction bytes, the broadcast mode, and the wallet will broadcast the transaction and return the transactions hash back to the DApp. Yeah, so here's the Cosm.js example again. Ye- yeah, and just a few helper methods to see if the wallet is connected already to the DApp. It will let you know the status of the connection, whether to show like on your UI. Then you can use this to show a button where like you can show connect wallet, or you can show their address. There's a disconnect from DApp method as well, with which you can just disconnect with the DApp. Uh, and there's other method where you can get a list of chains that we support right now. So this will return like a list of uh, currently whatever are the active chains on Leaf. It will return that. Yeah, so these are like the methods that are available on the window.Le object. And finally, there's one more method which is suggest chain. So what this lets you do is so right now on Leaf there you'll find like around yeah a lot of chains that are natively supported. But what happens if the chain that you're working on is not on Leap, or you're working on sort of uh, on a fork of a particular chain, trying out some things. So to you can use Leap with those chains as well. What you can use this method to sort of add that chain to Leap. So you just provide a few some information uh, to the extension, and it will basically add that chain for you. It will generate the user account on the wallet. And then you can use the methods that I just described about to interact with the wallet. So yeah, you just provide the RPC endpoint, the REST endpoint, chain ID, name, what is the coin type, the address prefix, some token details, what are the fee currencies, what is the staking currencies to be used. Yeah, and just pass that object. So this leap dot experimental suggest chain method will add the chain on the wallet. Yeah, I can sort of demo that as well. See, yeah. So yeah, so this is like a chain store that we've built where you can actually we have a list of chains that you can add to Leap. These are some of these chains are not natively supported. So if I click add here, so what it will do is it will open up a page where it's asking me to add this network on Leap. So currently 8-ball is not natively added on Leap. So it shows what is the information that is being added. Yeah, so this all data is being provided like I showed in the object. And if the user approves the this prompt, the chain gets added. The chain gets added on Leap. So yeah, so right, you can see here 8-ball is added. It wasn't there on the wallet before. So yeah, so this is the experimental suggestion method. Um, yeah, I think it's as simple as that. Integrating Leap. So yeah, so if you're building uh, like a DApp, which uh, yeah, you want to integrate Leap, it's I think you can just go through this documentation. It's pretty straightforward. You just look for the window.Le object and just uh, yeah, call these methods. And the other advantage of this would be that uh, this will not only integrate Leap extension on your DApp, it will also integrate uh, our our so the browser that we have in the Leap mobile app. So you don't have to have like a separate integration for it. It's just this code that you add, and if the user opens your app inside Leap browser, they uh, tap on connect to Leap, it will just just connect to the mobile their mobile wallet, and they can just use your app on the Leap browser.